Hi, and welcome to this video and welcome back to my simulator. Today we're here to do the check ride after we've fixed the heavy mod for the 787. Okay, so here we go. This is part 2. This is the check ride for the 787 after we fixed the heavy mod post SU6 update for Flight Simulator 2020. If you haven't seen the first video, the link to it is in the description of this video, and I suggest you go watch that first, because what we're going to do today is we're going to climb into the 787. I've already done all the pre-checks and everything from Sydney to Melbourne. I'm going to push back from the gate. We're just going to get up in the air and enjoy the flight from Sydney to Melbourne. I have cut it down a bit so it's not the full flight. Some bits of it are sped up, but it will show you how the heavy mod operates in flight. But I do make a mistake, and not only once, but I make the same mistake twice, and you're going to be prompted to look for that. Do that and put comments down if you think you know what that mistake is when you see it, and I'll be back at the end of the video.
Ready for IFR departure runway 16 right. Canada and U2 Heavy altimeter 3, 0.03 wind 137 and 25. Cleared for takeoff runway 16 right.
Okay, we've been given clearance for takeoff. We have completed our checklists. All our lights are on, we're all ready to go. Passengers all tucked in nicely. Definitely nothing coming. Just gonna make sure that June's is the next, otherwise we might have some problems there. Alright, let's warm her up, and then we'll engage the autopilot or the auto throttles, and we'll get going.
Turn your 2 heavy departure altimeter tree 0.03. Continue to dunes as planned.
And there we go, we're off and running. The autopilot's now on. Just set my heading so that it matches as per procedure. And we're climbing out, and we're at we've now gone to the next stage, so we're up to 250 knots. Before we go, we'll have a look at beautiful Sydney from the outside looking back. So we've got quite a few flyers in the air today, enjoying the New South Wales and Sydney area. Okay, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the VORs in. Thought I'd show you on that page, because currently the nav is not in there, or my approach, because I haven't programmed in the approach yet. Let's see, test it out. Here as well. Okay, let's now we're in the air, I suppose we can go do the arrival. We're actually going to be doing 27 today and through Lizard. And we'll execute that. And we'll just check that. Oops, check that on our map, on our plan.
Airwest Foxtrot, Alpha Victor, you are 75 miles south.
We've definitely got a leak in the lab.
ILS runway 16 right approach.
Step through. Oh, we have a discontinuity back there for Lizard. Let's go back to the previous spot. Below Terex. Should then go to Lizard. So I can take Lizard from here, insert it into there, and hit execute, and that'll join all the waypoints up to runway 27. Let's see, go all the way down. I can enter in the altitudes later on. One thing I might do is add in a hold beyond Melbourne. Where are we? So I'll add YMML. We'll do a hold at YMML. We're doing 27. 27 will do a right turn. That's alright. Oops, hang on. Clear. At 270. We'll do a right turn. And we'll do it for probably a 6-minute leg. Okay, so we'll execute that, and we'll just go have a look what that looks like.
Southwest Foxtrot, Alpha Victor, please expedite your descent flight level 180.
And we can see we've added in the holding pattern around the airport. You can change the angle of that, but yep, there you go. It does a holding pattern, and we should be right now. Okay, we'll go back to outside and see what's happening. Well, there you have it. I just made a mistake. Did anyone spot what it was? If you did, I'll give you the opportunity to type it into the comments to see whether you're right. And I'll come back a little bit later on and tell you what the mistake was that I made. So this is the approach we're doing, ILSZ into runway 27 at YMML, which is Melbourne International. We're coming in on the Lizzie track. As is the initial fix here, 2,500 feet. It's an, I think a B, category B, so it's 610. So
Generic Kilo Bravo Charlie, please expedite your descent 9,000 feet.
We'll just set our barometer to 610.
Generic Kilo Bravo Charlie, you are 50 miles west. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect vectors, visual runway 18 approach. Cessna Papa November, please expedite your descent 9,000 feet.
Oh,
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect vectors, visual runway 18 approach. Generic Kilo Bravo Charlie.
There we go. We're now set.
Cessna X-ray Juliet Kilo, you are 18,000 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 12,000 feet altimeter. Tree 0.01.
I guess it is normally noisy like that, but there we go.
Melbourne Center Sector, Victor Hotel, Delta Foxtrot Delta. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Okay.
The Victor Hotel, Delta Foxtrot Delta Melbourne Center. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
Alright, we set our auto brakes to 3. And that's our descent prep completed. So now we just need to wait till we reach top of descent, which is about here. Okay, let's have a look at the FMC again to see what's happening here with the progress. We can see that we're heading to Nabby, then the next waypoint will be Bulla, how far away it is, all this is sort of accurate, this is great. How far YMML is. And for VNAV we have where we're at here. And we'll see how this descent now button goes when it's time. Okay, we're getting very close to top of descent. If we look at our look here, we're getting fairly close. In fact, we're only 12 nautical miles, so we should have ATC telling us to start descending soon. there we go.
Cessna Foxtrot Juliet, Mike, please expedite your descent 12,000 feet. Cessna X-Ray Juliet Kilo, please expedite your descent 12,000 feet.
Go for
Descent and maintain flight level 200. Get American U2 heading.
Cessna Hotel X-Ray Delta, you are 20,000 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 9,000 feet altimeter 30.09er. Cessna Hotel Kilo Juliet, please expedite your descent 9,000 feet. Cessna Yankee Golf Uniform descent and maintain.
And we're on our way down.
Cessna Uniform Golf Quebec, please expedite your descent 9,000 feet.
Okay, we've just, I don't know if you saw it on the screen there for a second, but we've just lost the real time as your voice translation, I guess. ATC voices have turned into the offline version.
Please expedite your descent 12,000 feet. Cessna X-Ray Juliet Kilo, please expedite your descent 12,000 feet.
Okay, you remember before I said I made a mistake? Well, it's about to come home to roost. Or at least I'm about to notice it and have to fix it. But even though I try, I still make the same mistake a second time. Something I didn't cover before, that after you... Arrival.
Generic Zulu Juliet Juliet, please expedite your climb 11,000 feet. Cessna Zulu Alpha Hotel, you are 2,000 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 9,000 feet altimeter 30.14.
That's rude. That didn't work. Well, I mentioned before that I'd made a mistake. When you came to the nav radio page here, I noticed that the ILS and MLS was missing. And I went to departure and arrival page, clicked on arrival, and I made exactly the same mistake that I made the previous time. I selected VOR 27. That's not the approach I'm doing. I'm actually doing ILS Z 27. Which, even though I showed the approach plate, I chose the wrong thing. Now correct. ILS 27Z, Lizzie 8A, and Visas as my transition. And when I put that in and execute it, if I go back to the radio nav page, and there you go, it's loaded 27Z and it's loaded the frequency. And there you have it. So that's what I should have done the first time, but twice I made that mistake, that when I went to arrivals I was in such a hurry that I actually chose the VOR 27 rather than the ILS 27Z.
Get a bearing you 2 heavy contact Melbourne Center on 124.0. Good day.
124.0 for get a bearing you 2 heavy. Melbourne Center, get a bearing you 2 heavy 6,100 feet.
Get a bearing you 2 heavy Melbourne Center altimeter 30.12. Continue to meet as planned. An approach on 132.0. Good day.
132.0 for get a bearing you 2 heavy. Melbourne approach, get a bearing you 2 heavy 6,000 feet.
Get a bearing you 2 heavy Melbourne approach altimeter 30.12. Continue to meet as planned.
So as we said, VSIS is 2500, which is the initial fix height.
Melbourne approach Cessna Victor Hotel. Whiskey Mike Whiskey 4,500 feet. Cessna Victor Hotel. Whiskey Mike Whiskey Melbourne approach altimeter 30.12 continuous planned.
So we should be at 2500 for VSIS, which is the initial fix altitude. Flaps will take that 30 degrees, 137 knots. So what's going on there?
Canterbury U2 Heavy, you are 8 miles east of Melbourne. Contact Melbourne Tower on 120.5 when inbound.
Tower on 120.5, Catamaran U2 Heavy. Melbourne Tower, Catamaran U2 Heavy, 8 miles east inbound ILS Zulu runway 27 approach.
Catamaran U2 Heavy, Melbourne Tower. Altimeter 30.12 wind 228 at 34. Cleared ILS Zulu runway 27 approach.
Cleared ILS Zulu runway 27 approach, Catamaran U2 Heavy.
Catamaran U2 Heavy, wind 228 at 34. Cleared to land runway 27.
Cleared to land runway 27, Catamaran U2 Heavy.
121.7.
121.7 for Catamaran U2 Heavy. Melbourne ground Catamaran U2 Heavy, request taxi to the gate.
Catamaran U2 Heavy, taxi to gate 32 using taxiway Bravo cross runway 16 Bravo Alpha.
Taxiing to gate 32 via taxiway Bravo cross runway 16 Bravo Alpha, Catamaran U2 Heavy.
Now I like to go in on the yellow line, not on the arrows, because the gate doesn't always line up. Well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed that check ride from Sydney to Melbourne in the 787 after we fixed the heavy mod. If you haven't seen it for some reason, there was part 1 to this video. The link is in the description. So that's all we have time for today. Until next time, you all look after each other. Take care and be kind to one another. We'll see you on the next episode of Tips and Tricks.